Good morning, everyone. So, in the last class, we are trying to discuss with you the table for concrete class hierarchy and the table for class hierarchy. So, same way we discuss the table for subclass. So, these are the three mapping inheritance we identified in the previous class. So, today we are going to work with the simple examples here. So, to work with a simple example here, first what we need to do, we need to create a columns of this, like we need to create each three classes here. Okay, before going to create, so we are having an error here. We need to resolve this error. This is the method. Okay, so we'll go for this particular source directory and inside this particular Hibernate, I want to create a one class. So what is the class we want to create? So the class we want to create is something called billing details. And once this class is created, so we need to work with the properties here. So what are the properties we need to specify? Observe carefully what are the properties we are having. First one we are having ID. So let me provide this particular ID here. So provide long ID. And later, what are the properties we are working? So property is called owner. Owner is nothing but name here. So let me check with the name property. And so these are the joint column. Only two. And so how many properties we decided here? Created date also. Owner number. Let me provide so billing details number here. Right. And finally, we want to create a date. Create a date. So these are the three columns. And let me generate setup and getter. Implements serializable. So we need to make the default serial version ID. Right. So now we created this particular billing detail. Now, what is the class we need to create? Credit card. So this particular credit card is going to extend from the billing detail. Right. So what is giving an some information? Because we are trying to extend from the serializable, so we need to provide the serial version ID. So once we create this particular credit card here, what we need to specify? First we need to specify long ID. Second one we need to specify type. And string exp month, expire month, expire year. Generate setup and getter. generate setters and getters of this particular credit card. And finally, we are going to create one more class, something called bank account. So this particular bank account also, not implement, extend, billing details. And after this, we need to provide ID. So what are the bank account properties we are having? So bank name, and IFSC code. Something account number. Right. So these are about the columns of this particular bank details. And bank account we created. So these information we created. Now what we are going to do? First we'll check with type for class hierarchy. Later we can go for the subclass. So what we discussed this particular type for class here, basically all the properties, whatever the properties we are having, all the properties we are going to create in the billing details table here. So right now, these are the properties we are going to create. So along with this, so these are the properties we are going to create, and all the properties we are going to create inside this particular billing details class. So it's nothing but we are going to create billing detail table here. Okay. So we'll observe how exactly we are going to work on this particular creation here. Now we created the billing details and credit card and bank details. Okay, let me go for this particular billing details. So HBM file. I want to comment this particular join class. Let me enable this particular subclass because yesterday we created this particular subclass information. So as we discussed, we don't want to make national constraint here, and we provided this particular discriminator column here, so which is going to specify the type of this particular object here. Right, now what we are doing here, so we are having billing details class, and table we are going to create something called billing detail, and we are going to append with AR here. Okay, and later, so for this particular billing details, so what is the value we are appending here? So the discriminator value we are going to append with BD. For this remaining two, we are going to specify CC and BA. Getting the point. Now we want to check with all the properties here. Getting the point. So ID we identified. So this particular column we are going to create. So this column is created by the Hibernate. So we don't want to specify as a property in our persistence class. Okay. Back to here, property we created call name. Along with this particular property, so we created another property. Go back to here. After name, we need to work with the number. And so simply basically billing details number. Okay, so we don't want to use this particular billing details number. So I don't want to use these two colors because so these two we can add inside this particular specific section. Something called, here I want to add credit code number. Sorry. card number. And account number we already specified. Let me generate setters and getters for this particular card number. Okay. So now what we need to do, we need to work with the created date. Created date. So we need to specify the date. Okay, we are having three properties: ID, name, and created date. So we'll check here. Okay, ID, name, and created date. So later, what we need to do? We need to check with this particular credit card section. So first one, type here. Right. So first one, we need to work on this particular type here. So later we are having card number. Let me add this particular card number also. And not null. Later, expiry month and expiry year. Okay. So we provided same year, expiry year. Finally, we need to check with the bank account. So what are the properties we implemented? And inside this particular bank account, first one ID, second bank name. And so bank name we identified. Observe here, bank name. Second one, IFSC code. Let me change the IFSC code property, bank IFSC code. Finally, account number and account number. So we provided, these are the information. Right. So now, okay. So we don't want to work with this particular idea. Okay, finally, no problem. So let me create an object of this particular three classes here. So to create an object of this particular three classes, first what we need to do? Because all the properties we are creating inside this particular billing details. Now, so what is the model class we need to specify? Getting the point. So what is the model class we need to specify? The model class we need to specify here something called the billing detail section. Getting the point. So we need to provide the billing detail section here. So let's see how we can specify this particular billing detail section here. Go back to the main class, and here we are not going to work with user and address. So here we are going to work with cfg dot add class billing details dot class. Right. So we are going to work with the billing details, and later I want all the sections I want to comment. Getting the point. So now carefully observe, we are working with the billing details here. So to work with this particular billing details, what we need to do? We need to create the three objects information. So back to here, let me create these three object information first. So I don't want to create the three because so we are having an option here. So either we can work with the credit card or we can work with the bank account. So first we will work with the credit card and later we can work with the bank account. So observe, so before going to work with the credit card, first what we need to do? we need to create a billing details object. New billing details here. Okay, so after creating this particular object here, first what we need to do. So set ID I want to specify. Even we identified here, so if I'm going to set here, okay, ID we don't want to set. We are working with a sequence generator, we don't want to set an ID. So Hibernate is going to provide the ID value. Only here I want to provide name. The name I want to provide credit card, because now we are working with this particular billing detail with the credit card section. Finally, so created date I want to specify. This particular created date I want to work with a new date, right? So which is going to work as a current date. Now we created this particular billing details. Finally, what we need to do? We need to work with a credit card. So with the reference of this particular credit card number, something 0213 space some credit card number I give it, and so expire month is here. So at the particular expire month, what we need to specify here, Feb. And expire year 2021. And so type we need to specify something called, it is a Visa credit card. Right. So finally, let me check anything we can set here. So card number, created date, ID. ID are not going to set here. Right. So we added every property. So what are the properties we are having inside the particular credit card we provided. Now, so what we need to do? We need to save all the objects here. Getting the point. So we need to save all the objects here. So to save this particular object here, what we need to do? We need to call so user billing details. And here I want to provide credit card. So finally, if we are not getting any exception, we can commit the changes. So now, observe carefully. If I am going to run this particular example, for this particular bank details, bank account details information, we are going to get an objects are null here, right? So if everything is going to work well, we are going to get an null here for this particular object, and if miss something, we are going to get an exception. So we need to understand here whether it's going to provide the successful information or is going to provide any error. So launching is taking some time. Okay. So where we created this particular billing details HBM file, I think we created in our source directory. Now I added into same package because we are working with the add class here. So when we are trying to work with the add class here, we identified here, so which is going to check with the current location. Now you can observe AR underscore billing details, and here also AR underscore billing details is creating, because why we are having two insert queries here, because of we are having two objects here, but the two records are going to store into the same table here. Getting the point? Even though we are trying to save the credit card information, but the records are going to store into the billing details. Getting the point? So now we need to understand here how these particular objects are storing here. So to understand here, what we need to do, we need to go to select star from airline dot AR underscore billing details. So observe carefully. So we are having two records here. We are having two records. So first we can understand here billing details type. So this particular billing details type column we don't have, because of this particular discriminator. Hibernate is going to provide this particular column here. Getting the point? So now you can see, so BD, using this particular BD we can understand this record will contain billing details, and here so this particular type which is going to provide the information nothing but CC, credit card information. Now you can understand we are having the three records we specified, and later we can check here the credit card section here. So these are the credit card section here. These are some credit card number and expiry date, month and year. Now you can understand here the bank details we are getting null. The bank details we are getting null here. So why we are getting the bank details null? Because of, getting the point, because of this particular credit card information we did not added any bank details here. Right. So carefully observe here, instead of creating so these two sections here, now what I want to do, I want to work with only one object here. So I want to provide the information here. So carefully observe here, I don't want to work with this particular billing details. I want to comment out. Okay. So, and this is also I want to comment out. Now I want to create bank account. So bank account. Once we created this particular bank account here, I want to provide all the information. Account number. So what is account number I want to give? Some random number I am trying to give. So 65421. This is my account number here. Right. Bank account dot name of the bank. So I want to check with SBI. And finally, so created date. Here I want to work with so today date. And ID we are not going to specify. So IFSC code. So this particular IFSC code, some SBI 00784512. Some IFSC code I want to give. Finally, after IFSC code, we want to specify the name here. Here I want to specify bank account. Getting the point. And I want to save. So now you can observe here, I'm not creating two records here. Only one record I'm trying to create here with all the information. So this particular bank name, which is coming from the billing detail, and so created date. This particular created date is also coming from the billing details. The remaining three properties are coming from the bank account. But all the properties I am trying to work with the bank account here. Okay, let me save here. So we need to identify here how the records are going to store here. How these particular records are going to store here. Only one insert query is here. So now we can understand here we are having the sequence is generated here to get the next number of this particular primary key value and later one insert query. Now you can understand here. So we don't have any another insert query here. Getting the point. So back to here, we need to go to the database. So run this particular select query. Now you can understand here. So the drawback we need to understand here, sorry. You can see the billing details type. What is the billing details type we are having? Something called BA. So where we are trying to specify this particular BA. So we need to go to here, mapping file. So here we are having BA. Getting the point. So here we are going to specify the BA because of this particular discriminator here. One more column which is going to created by the Hibernate here. Right. Now we can easily understand here these records are specific to the which type of object here. And later you can understand here bank details information we are having and so here now you can understand here the credit card information we are getting now and the bank details we are having here. Something called name of the bank SBI, so IFSC code, account number. Right. So we need to understand here if I'm going to create a two records here, what are the drawbacks we are identifying here with a reference of one object here, how the records are storing here. So we need to understand using this particular two examples here. So which is the best way to work with here? So what is the object we want to store here? So the particular object is the best way. So the only one record is going to create with the reference of the superclass object information here. So which is the superclass we are having? These are the three records we need to store into the superclass object class called billing details here. Getting the point. So this is all about the type for the same class hierarchy. Any questions regarding this particular example? Okay. So we'll try to focus with another example here. So something called subclass here. How we identify the subclass here? Basically, when we are going to work with the subclass here, so how many tables we need to create here? We need to create three tables here. So we are not going to create here. Hibernate is going to create here. But only the difference here with the reference of primary key and foreign key, we are going to work with the examples here. Getting the point. So now we need to understand here how we are going to work here. So to understand here, first what we need to do, so we need to check, so do we commented any the particular ID properties or not. So the billing details we are having an ID and so same way, so this particular credit card ID and bank details. Okay. So we are having the ID because this particular ID which is going to play very important role. So what is the important role it's going to provide? It's going to have the primary key and foreign key reference here. Right. Back to here. So as we discussed, we are going to work with the three tables here. And so these are the objects we are going to extend it here. And we need to work with the mapping file here. So this particular mapping file is important here. So what is the information we need to work? Billing details, the table I want to use the same thing here. And later billing details ID, we are going to work with the same. So here we are not going to work with any the specific column called discriminator. And later we are going to work with joined subclass. So instead of subclass here, we are going to work with a joined subclass. Let me enable this particular joined subclass. So now what we need to specify here. So joined subclass, name of this particular subclass here called credit card, right? And later, which is going to extend from. So it's going to extend from the billing details. Right. So the table we are specifying as a credit card. Finally, we need to understand here the key column here, something called credit card ID, and we are having properties here. So let me add one more property, card number. Find card number, expiry month and expiry year. So we need to work with okay. Let me comment out this particular subclass. We want to create one more joined class. Here, bank details. So what is the table we want to create here? The table bank underscore account, which is going to extend from the billing detail, bank account ID, and here we add a columns here. So we want to copy these three columns. Getting the point. So these are about the join column, table, properties. Okay. So now we identified here this key is going to play primary key as well as foreign key. Anything we miss here, let me make little bit format here. Okay, I did format also the class, and I want to change here this section. I want to remove it. So we are not going to work with for this particular discriminator value billing details here. Right. Back to here in the main class. So what we need to do? Getting the point. So in the main class, what are the properties we need to provide? Like how objects are going to create. So basically, again we can check with these three objects here. Getting the point. Now I want to comment out this section, and let me enable credit card as well as billing detail. Right. I'm going to run the same example one more time, because these objects we need to create one more time. Sorry, the tables we need to recreate one more time. So we need to understand here how this particular, okay. Um, okay. We'll need to check how the tables are created, data is created. Okay, now you can understand here, same records are creating here. To create, this is not the we are expecting here. The data we need to create into multiple tables. So for what we need to here, so we provided billing detail. So I'm going to follow. Where we change here. So this information we change in the source directory, not into the this. Let me copy, open the. So now still you can observe we are having the method value and we are having the class condition because we are having the same file in the location, the package location, as location. Now you can see billing details of billing details.sp. So I want to change this particular file with the update information. Okay. Let me run the same information more time. So into time null value in the call billing details type. Okay. So we need to remove the billing details type here. So there is the column we created the billing details type. Marketing. Even though comment line, since we are having this particular type here. Now, what we need to do? Really, we need to recreate one more time. So to recreate one, what we need to this type array experimental detail. I want to work with the create. So create type. So you can get type and drop here. What I'm trying to start to recreate everything. Now I can so now you can see sequence is generated 2 times here. Okay. So I'm expecting the creation the information here to somewhere connect. So we have so record and do billing details. So I want to find out the table so debug information, but we did not find. Okay. So anyway, we need to understand here. Now you can understand here SID owner why the so we plan second record airline dot AR under credit card. What is the credit card? Okay. So now we can, with the reference of this particular ID, with the reference ID to card to the credit card. So here we are having detail ID 2, but with the reference of ID 2, we don't have any record here. Getting the point. But the same ID 2, we are having a record into the card information. For understanding, so this is something called the credit card ID, so which is playing an important here. So first time is working as a primary key for this particular table and foreign key for this particular billing details here. Okay, so because of this particular two objects creation here, so we are having the two records into the billing details. Now we need to understand here using this particular bank details. So I want to comment out this particular two sections here. Simply, I want to enable this. I want to enable this particular information here. So let me save all the examples here. So how many queries we are expecting here? We are expecting two. Basically, one record we need to insert into the billing detail. With the same ID, we are inserting into the bank account. Getting the point. So now you can see, so how many sequences are generated here? How many sequences are generated here? Only one sequence generated here. For the previous example, how many sequences generated here? Two here. Right. But with the same sequence here, we are inserting a record into the two tables. Okay, back to here, I want to check with this particular bank account also. BA is a reference of this particular bank account. Now you can understand here bank account ID. So bank account ID. Why we are having ID 1? Because already we identified the sequence value 2. So again, how the records are inserted with the 1? Getting the point? How this particular records are inserted with the sequence 1 here? Because of this particular create and drop here. Getting the point? In the Hibernate properties, what we provided here, create and drop. After performing any operations here, if you are trying to run the server one more time here, what happens internally? The tables are going to recreate one more time. With the sequences, indexes, whatever the information we are going to specify here, each and every information which is going to create one more time here. Right. So now we are having this particular tables are newly created here. So if the tables are newly created here, we cannot find out the previous record information here. So now if I'm going to run here the billing details, now you can see the same ID 1. But here the same ID we are having the record into the bank table, and the same with ID we are having into the bank account here. Carefully observe here. So this ID is playing very important role here. Getting the point. So this is a way we can work with. So auto increment into the child table. And here, instead of providing the same ID, we can create one more column here. Here, the billing ID. So billing details ID. And we can make the references here as a primary foreign key. So that here, this particular bank account ID will have the different. But whatever the bank details ID we are having, so we can communicate to billing details here. So we need to create one more column inside this particular bank account, so that we can easily understand here this particular record is trying to communicate with some of the billing details ID. But here what we are doing is same ID we are making the relation between two tables here. Okay. So back to here. So that's the reason. So if it's required create and drop, we can go for this particular create and drop here. So otherwise, every time we can work with the update here. So what happens update here? If you add any changes here, so the changes are going to happen when it is. Okay. Now we identified here table for subclass and table for class hierarchy. We don't want to check the first one, table for concrete class, because so it's a simple. So there is no relation between the child classes here. Because if we want to work with any child class here, we need to generate the specific query here. And here we are not going to generate any specific query. So we are going to work with only one query, and we are going to load the two objects information. So these are about the mapping hierarchy. Now, so anyone having any questions before going to start with the association here? So I want to work with the association example here, and what are the association we are having, and how this particular association we are going to work in the Hibernate here. So we'll try to discuss. But before going to start here, I want to ask anyone having any questions regarding this particular mapping information. Okay, so we don't have anything. We'll try to start with the association here. Basically, association is nothing but we are going to work with multiple tables here, right? So we are going to have a relation between more than one table here, and whenever we are having multiple data, like we are having the collection of objects or collection of data, so how we are going to communicate with different objects here, and the different data, how we are going to store into the appropriate tables here with the reference of different IDs here. Now, like what are the associations we are having in Hibernate here? We are having first one, one to one, one to many, and many to one. Many to many. So these are the four associations we are having here. So we'll try to focus on the one by one here, getting the point. So first we are going to check with one to many and many to one. Later we are going to work with many to many, one to one. Okay. So first to understand here one to one, one to many. What happens internally? How exactly this particular one to many is going to work? Getting the point. The parent object we are going to have one, and the child we are going to have multiple here. Getting the point. So now in this case, how we are going to make the table relation here, and how we are going to insert the data into the appropriate tables here. Same way, opposite here. If you are having multiple child records, and these multiple child records are pointing to the one parent object here, how we are going to insert the data here. Getting the point. So something you can understand here. One category we are having. So inside the one category, we are going to have multiple child categories. Getting the point. So initially we identified the example here when we are trying to work with the category object here. Right. The same we are going to work with the item and so bid here. So using this particular item and bid, how this particular data we are going to insert here. So to understand here, we need to check with the item here. Now you can see inside this particular item, we made as a category. Right. So now we need to check with the category. So inside this particular category, we are having an item. So when we are trying to work with this particular set here, what we identified, so this particular item and category having many to many relation here. Getting the point. So many to many relation here, because what are the properties we are specifying here? Here we are trying to work with a collection of objects here. So the collection object we are specifying here, what happens internally? So more than one object we are going to insert here. Getting the point. So this section we can see later, like how exactly the many to many which is going to work. But back to here, inside this particular item here, inside this particular item, we want to work with many to one or one to many. So to understand here, I want to create one more class here, something called bid here. Getting the point. So this particular bid will have one item. Let me create a class called bid. Carefully observe here. So I'm not specifying much of the information here. So ID and item. Getting the point. So let me implement serializable, add a default version. So generate setup and getup here. Right. Now you can see this particular bid having only one object here. So what is the one object we are having? Item here. Getting the point. So same way inside this particular item, I want to create here private set of assets here. Set of assets here. So when we are trying to specify here set of assets here, what happening internally? We are trying to work with multiple objects here. Multiple objects here. So when we are trying to call with item dot get bits, item dot get bits here, what happens internally? We are going to get multiple bit records here. So now what you are understanding here. So when we are trying to work with item to bit here, so here we are having one too many. So what is the one object we are having here? Item. And what are the many objects we are having here? Something called bit here. Because we are trying to work with bit as a many here. Getting the point. So same way when we are trying to check with inside the bits we are having many and the item we are having one. So because of this particular relation, we created only one object here. We are not creating any the set of item records. Carefully observe here, we are not creating any set of item records here. Only one record we are creating here. So this contain only the many bit records and one item record. So observe. So here, if I'm going to call here, how I'm going to store the data? So with the reference of this particular bit, dot set item, because we are having set item which is expecting one item object here. One item object here. So here we are going to specify the item. So now what you are understanding here? Using this particular bit object, we are going to store only one item here. Okay. So now same thing. If I'm going to identify here item dot, first we are going to call with get bits here. Get bits here. And after this we are going to call add, because the get bits which is trying to return the multiple objects information. Here we are going to work with bit. Getting the point. So these are the way we are going to work with the relation between these two objects here. Okay. So when we are trying to work with this particular two objects, item and bit, now how we are going to make the relation here? So now we identified here from the bit to item. From bit to item here, we identified many to one relation. So many to one relation. Same way, from item to bit, we identified one to many relations here. Getting the point. Okay. So we created bit here and we identified items and so when we are trying to work with this particular bit class mapping, let me create a mapping like a HBM file I want to create here. bit.hbm.xml and I want to copy the message related mapping information, because this particular message we are having some less configuration, so that we can change all the information. I want to provide the package. So this is all about the package and name of the class I'm trying to work with the bit. So schema we are going to work with the airline, and so table we are going to work with the bed. Right. So let me check with the ID bid underscore ID. Getting the point. So bid underscore ID. So instead of increment, we can work with native here. Getting the point. So whenever we are trying to work with this particular native, later we don't have any properties here. So this particular bid as of now does not have any properties, but here we are having relation here. So this particular bid we are having many. So that what is the tag we can use? Many to one. Getting the point. So many to one tag we can use, and name here. So what is the name we specified inside this particular bit? The name here, whatever the name we are specifying, this we need to configure as a name. Right. So here the column here. What is the column we want to make? Because here we are trying to work with the item here. Here we are trying to work with the item here. So now what we can do, I want to change to the item area. Here I want to make this the relation with the item ID. Careful observe here, this section is important here. So this is going to play important role here. Now what we are doing here, so we are having multiple bid records. So this particular multiple records, so those are going to associate with this particular item here. So that now we want to provide the item ID here. And here we need to work with class. What is the class we are having? The class we are having item. The class we are having item. And let me delete this. Here we can make optional constraints. So this I want to provide. Observe carefully. Now I created one bid record here. Carefully observe. So we need to identify here like how we are making the relation here. So based on this particular relation, we are going to generate this particular tag here. Many to one, many to many, or one to many, something. Right. So these many tags we have generated. Back to here, after generating this particular tag here, we identified here the item ID, which is going to play important role because this particular item is going to make the relation between the item and the bid. And later we need to check with the item class. So inside this particular item class, what are the properties we identified? So we created the hash map. So this particular hash map we created to insert the multiple records, and we generate the setters and getters. Okay. So let me check here any item mapping file we created. So as of now, we did not create any item mapping file. So let me go for the item mapping file also. Item.hbm.xml. Finish. Copy this information into item. Here we want to work with item. Name of the table we want to make item. So let me check with we are having ID or not. So we don't have an ID. We need to provide the ID. So generate setters and getters for this particular ID. And item ID. Right. So what is the other properties we are having? Name and description. So let me enum here. Instead of text here, name here. So here, item name. Make type here string. I want to make not null also. Right. So this is a one property, and another property I want to make. So what is another property we are having? Something called description. Okay. And so we'll, as of now, we'll try to make this as empty. We are not going to work with the categories. So we'll see later regarding this particular category. But now we need to focus on this particular bits here. So how we are going to make the relation between this particular bits here? Getting the point. So how we are going to make the relation? So now to make this particular relation here, so we are having the tag called. We are not going to work with the many to one to many. So simple. Here we are going to work with the setter tag. We are going to work with the set tag here, right? Because the set tag only we specified here. The set tag only we specified here. What is the name here? Whatever the name of this particular set we are going to make, the same thing we need to specify as a name of this particular set. And later, inside this particular set here, we need to specify the key tag. So this is a key tag. And so what is the column we are working? And the column, whatever the primary key column we are having, the same column we need to specify. Because this particular column only which is going to work here. And inside this particular column, after this, I want to specify one to many. One to many. And here we need to work with the bit class. Here we need to specify the name of the class. So if you observe, if I'm not specifying this particular package here, again we need to write the fully package information wherever we are trying to work with the class. Wherever we are trying to work with this particular class, we need to specify the package information also. So because of this, we provided on top of the Hibernate mapping level here. Getting the point. So observe here. So this is very important here, how we are working with one to many. And what is a primary key column? What is a primary key? Key is nothing but which is going to play as a primary key here. And now we define the information regarding the bit and item here. So we need to generate the object creation and everything. So to generate this particular object creation and everything, now what I want to do, I want to comment out this particular section and back to here. So here also I want to comment to this. Here also I want to comment this. CFG dot add class here, item dot class, and CFG dot bit dot class. So these two we need to specify. Finally, what we need to do? Here we need to create multiple object information. So I want to create two bit objects here. Bit 1 is equal to new bit. Getting the point. So bit 1 dot set item. As of now, we don't have a other records here in that particular bit. Okay. So to understand here, first what we need to do is to create one item, because the item will have only one, and item dot set name, something called item system. Description. Getting the point. So item, we are going to work with only one, right? Item description is fine. And later, item, and now, wait, who I want. So records are basically we are having two records here, and we need to insert records. So let me create a hash set of records where we created set of records particular item here. Go back to here. So otherwise, so instead of creating a object here, what we can do, item dot get bits dot bed one. The same way I want to work with bed two. Getting the point. So carefully observe. We create bit records. Two bit like we make the relation to this particular item. And same way we created one item here. So this particular item we created, and we are making the bit records to this particular item. So see that get bit. But the we need to say map of this information. As the object we need to create it is for item. So already we get object here inside this particular item. Again, because this topic here. Finally, we want to set objects. So first one, I want to make item. Yes, I want to change to. So audio is breaking. Okay. So I think I'm having the internet connection. It's a little bit slow. Okay. So anyway, we'll try to complete this example. So after this, we'll continue on Monday. Basically, the internet is coming with some fluctuation here. So because of this, now I'm having very good network here. So because of some network issue, sometimes we are going to get, like we are not able to get the voice here. But now I think it's fine. So let me save this example, and I want to run one more time here. So as of now, we don't have any item and bit recorder. So now you can see, so 2-bit records we are going to expecting here. Yes, 2-bit records, one item here. So we are having one here. So let me check with this particular item here. Item. So to the sequence we are having the two item and item description. Only one object we created. Finally, we want to check with the schema reference here. We want to run select star from. Now we can understand the relation. How we are having the relation here, because item ID only 2 here, but bit records we are having 3 and 4. Getting the point. So bit we are having 3 and 4 here, but item we are having the same here. So whenever we are trying to run with the bit records, we are able to see item here. So that what we can understand here, we can see how this particular item is. Like if you want to see the what exactly the item values we are having, what we can do, we go to this particular item table and we can run this with the where condition item ID is equals to 2. So that we are going to have item record. But as of now, in the bit we don't pay much record. Like we did not specify the other columns here. Because of this, we are not getting much information here. Okay, so we'll try to understand by adding the multiple columns regarding this particular bit. And so this section we are going to discuss in a Monday class. Now, life cycle of this particular persistence model classes. Like what are the persistent classes we are going to create here? How exactly these classes are going to work internally, and what are the life what are the life cycle methodologies we are having? Okay. So any questions regarding this particular one to many and many to one? Simple example on particular one to many and many to one. Okay. So if we don't have anything, we'll try to continue on Monday. The particular life cycle methodology, how it's going to work in Hibernate.